Wow. What a week 3, huh? Such craziness, controversy in some games, and a lot of unexpected things happened in that week 3. One thing that happened that was not unexpected, Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers again. He's down 21-7 at halftime. No problem. He just throws his usual bullet passes, comes back, forces overtime, and wins it again, proving once again that Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback in the league today. I mean, what more? Again, I keep asking this. What more evidence do you need? I mean, um, everybody's talking about this comeback that Brady had. He throws this great pass, a pass that Rodgers tops blindfolded. Just ask the Lions, and, and that overshadows the efforts of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, come on. First off, Brady created the mess he had to get out of. Rodgers didn't. Okay, created our defense created our mess, and as usual, Rodgers bailed him out again. And so again, what more proof do you need? He's the greatest quarterback in the league today. He just proves it. And what he just proves it. And you know what else Rodgers proves? He doesn't just set the bar, he is the bar. But all serious aside, it was a win we needed after the Packers lost again in Atlanta. As a matter of fact, I think they showed this stat on CBS's telecast. Since the 4-6 start, since the 4-6 start, the Packers ten are now 10-2 since then. This includes the postseason, with only Atlanta as the only two losses. Speaking of Atlanta, boy did they escape by the skin of their teeth. I mean, I was about to scream and cuss them out stupid. Cause I thought the Lions got this touchdown, and I was about to just go into an obscenity laced rant against them. Matter of fact, I actually did a little bit on Twitter because I was mad at the Falcons. The Falcons are like Colin Kaepernick. They play well against the Packers, but against everybody else, they seem to fall off a little bit or barely survive. Um, but but that call, and it took me a while to realize that they were right because I thought damn, the Lions got hosed, and I've seen it again. I still thought the Lions got hosed, but I actually finally saw it late at night when Sunday turned to Monday, and I saw the play, and there was the ball. The knee was down. There was the ball like this far away from the goal line. So I finally saw that the referees were actually right. it was, it was amazing. Even so, they barely they barely survived. The Falcons barely survived. That team all in all honesty should be 1-2 because they barely survived against the Bears. They barely survived against the Lions. Against us week 2, they played their asses off. But they survived by the skin of their teeth. They're now the only unbeaten team in the NFC. And let's flip the script and switch to the Giants. Poor Giants. Oh my God. Well, on the bright side, the Giants' offense finally woke up. I mean, they scored points. I mean, they scored points late. They finally scored some points late, and they were able to tie it in the final few seconds, the final few minutes. But there's a little thing called Murphy's Law. A lot of people, everybody knows what Murphy's Law is. Murphy's Law states anything that can go wrong often does. And when you're when in sports, when you're a bad luck team, Murphy's Law sets in. Literally anything that could possibly go wrong does. Case in point was a 61-yard field goal 61 yards. And I saw that, and we all saw this field goal. We all saw this field goal. This field goal just got through. If the Giants had just stopped them like 1 yard further, that kick wouldn't have been good. So again, bad luck. I'm not saying they're jinxed. Well, they're jinxed, but they're not cursed. There's a difference between being jinxed and cursed. A jinx happens like for like a few weeks in football, and then it finally ends. A curse lasts for a long time. Ask the people in Chicago. But but there is something bad in the air in the Meadowlands that has the Giants unable to buy a win. And remember they were in the playoffs last year. They were in the playoffs last year. They got it as a one of the two wild cards at finishing behind Dallas, who they beat twice. Now they can't even beat Dak Prescott, and they're not only are they 0-3, but they are two down, 0-2 in the division. That's definitely not good. And now they have to face insurmountable odds. Only three teams in NFL history have made the playoffs starting 0-3. The last team to do it was the Bills back in 1998. They started 0-3 and got in. The other two teams in backward chronological order, the 95 Lions did it. The 92, not only did the 92 um, Chargers do it, by the way, let me clarify. I said only three teams have done it. I meant to say only three teams have done it since 1990, when the league switched to a 16 per conference playoff format. But yeah, the '92 Chargers, then San Diego Chargers, were the first team to do it, and out of those three, they were the only team ever since then to start 0-4 and make it. So are the odds against the Giants? Mostly, but are they completely done? Well, not yet. And of course, Dallas got a big Monday night victory. So that put them at 2-1. Everybody else in the NFC East, Dallas, Washington, Philly, 2-1. Um, everybody in the NFC North won except for Detroit. Minnesota blew out Tampa Bay, and the Bears. How did this happen? The Bears beat Pittsburgh. Oh man, I still, it still surprises me. But anyway, they'll take it out on Baltimore next week. They'll blow out the Ravens. Everybody else does. Jacksonville did. Jackson, Baltimore, Jacksonville went up to jolly old England, and the Jaguars gave the Ravens a good sound thrashing, 44-7. I can't believe it. But yeah, it was just the thing of the ages. It was terrible, and but of course, all football aside, the message for entering the third week of the season was unity. I mean, we all saw all the teams who participated on Sunday, um, and on Monday, um, linked themselves together when the anthem was played. Some stood and linked themselves to each other arm in arm, and some others kneeled during the anthem. And I'm trying not to make this too political, but this came after President Trump's comments referring to the players who kneeled as SOBs, saying owners should fire. And it was a great show of unity. And of course, there's been some bad blowback from some teams internally, but again, I'm not going to make this a political video here. I'm just going to move on to the subject at hand, which is football, and and Week 4 starts tomorrow in Lambeau with the Green Bay Packers hosting the Bears. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo on the call, and I have to say this: how good of a job is Romo doing at broadcasting? He's amazing. He is amazing. He's won everybody over, myself included. He's done so well. He's brought an immense amount of energy as an announcer. It's amazing. He's just great. I can't wait to hear him tomorrow at during Packers Bears. It'll be a CBS produced Thursday game, so it'll be him and Nance at Lambeau, which is where they were Sunday doing Packers Bengals. But yeah, Romo, it'll be a big treat. Romo's gonna bring his energy to the broadcast booth and just have fun and enjoy the game like we all do. But yeah, Packers Bears starts week 4. Another overseas game this week. This time it's Saints and Dolphins in London. A lot of divisional games. The NFC North could run into each other. Like I said, Steelers, Ravens, and the Ohio teams, who are both winless, they're going to run into each other. Um, the Sunday night. Let's see, what's the Sunday night? The Sunday night game is Colts and Seahawks, and it's Washington the Chiefs on Monday night. So that's week 4. It's gonna be, and that's week 4. And week 4 is basically the last chance for those 1-2 or 0-3 teams to try to get something going. Otherwise, they're screwed. So, so that's my review of week 3. I'll have a baseball recap on October 1st as soon as the final. I'll try to post it as soon as the final out is made of the regular season. So until then, football fans, enjoy the rest of the season.